sorry. So you need to go 7-3 in your first 10 games to qualify. And I'm excited to jump in and see what we can get here. So we're gonna go ahead and start looking for a match. Yep, continue with full prizes. My deck is ready. Well, we got a match super fast. Kind of surprising if I'm being honest, but I'm not complaining. I kind of figured at the beginning of the month it'd take a little bit longer, but Pioneer Tournament Practice. Kahadord. Here we go. Alright, let's jump in. We're on the draw. And good luck. Reveluris. Our opponent has Yorion. This hand's really good. We'll keep this. Opponent keeps 7. We'll keep this. Leads on Fabled Passage. I imagine says go. We're going to lead on Hateful Eidolon here. They get a Forest. Okay. Probably like, if I had to guess, like 4 or 5 color or something like that. Yep. Trial of Ambition. Okay. Interesting one. Trial of Ambition is interesting. I don't know. I actually kind of think it's worth here to add 2 creatures here, as opposed to playing this Haram. Could be wrong, but I think it's better that way. Leads on Fatal Push. Probably shouldn't have 6 there. The fact that they don't have a second land is really good. We're going to play Cartouche, and then we're going to play Al Said. We're going to get in for 2. Not really sure what our opponent's on here. Abrupt Decay, we draw a card from the Abrupt Decay. We draw a card there. Get in for 6 here. And then if opponent bricks on a land again, our cartouches here have allowed us to play around another Trial of Ambition. The fact that they drew their 3rd land was a... Alright. A land here allows us to win the game, I think. I won't swear to that, but I think it does. Red, black, green. Get another black, okay. I mean, we're just going to keep putting as much pressure on as we can here. Get in for 6 more. Put you to 4. It's not great, but... They draw another tapped land, Dreadbore. With a forest open, we're just gonna go for it here. They can't really like stop it, so we're just gonna run it out here. Probably a little aggressive, but this definitely feels like some kind of Niv deck. Either way, pro multicolor is really good. So we want all of our Thoughtseize. And We want pro-black for sure. Cards that don't seem great. Stone Coil Serpent seems like a house here. Grip Spoon seems extra medium. Selfless Savior doesn't seem great. Cut a Hateful Eidolon. Got a couple All That Glitters and try it that way. We'll see what happens. So we're on the draw with we only have one land, but we do have Thoughtseize and 3 creatures and a couple enchantments or auras, I guess. So we're gonna keep this. It's like 18 more lands in our deck, so I'm gonna run out my creature here. I don't think there's a 2-drop that we really need to take, so I do apologize. I'm gonna be eating a little bit while we're on stream here. So we're going to chip in for 1 here, and then we're going to play Apostle. And then next turn, we have Enchantments and Thoughtseize. So I like having Thoughtseize before their 4th turn. It kind of sucks, but that's okay. Let's see what they're working with. I don't know. This is kind of awkward. I'm not really sure what we take here, honestly. Guess we take Bring to Light. I mean, the Apostle like plays around the rest of their hand. Yep. We can always like we're beating every. It's like search your library for a land. Yeah, I think taking Bring to Light was the play there. Taking Bring to Light feels pretty good right there. I won't lie. For a forest card, I didn't get anything. Valky, they get to take our other Apostle. They have 3 cards. We know about Abrupt Decay and Fatal Push. We're going to lead on Thoughtseize here. They can't Abrupt Decay our stuff, so let's see. Yeah. We're just going to run it out here and just start attacking. Feels pretty good here. We're looking for like enchantments off the top, and even if we draw a land, we can put Lurrus into our hand. Excuse me, and start playing things that way. I mean, he does have 2 removal spells, so we need to be able to use Lurrus in the same turn, so. Okay. So we're gonna serve up. We're gonna serve them both up here and see what he does. Okay. Okay. Sure. Think I would have taken putting Yuri on in my hand there over that, but, you know, whatever makes you happy. Put Luris into our hand, play our Courtyard, say go. I mean, next turn we have Luris into Ethereal Armor, if that's what we want. Deafening Clarion's the only thing I can really think of here that's a blowout. And he has Fatal Push, okay. Fatal Push and an Unknown in his hand. He left out the Swamp, though. So we're going to attack for 5 here. He's going to with the Omnath, if I had to guess, so that he can jump in front. If he blocks with the Omnath, he can Fatal Push. He can block with the Carry at it and then push. That's also really good. Yep. Bye, Luris. I mean, Luris was essentially an Ethereal Armor there, which I'm okay with, so... I know, yeah, I've given up on trying to keep up with the cards that people hit off of that stuff. We're going to attack for 7 here. I mean, if he doesn't block, we just have lethal next turn, so... Alright. So, I don't really know what his play is here, but... I didn't really see what he took. He could just have a sweeper, if I had to guess, like... Verdict or something, maybe. I mean, I don't know if he plays Verdict. Seems like a lot of white in his deck. Sorry. I know you guys probably didn't come to hang out just to watch me eat, but... I was running a little behind tonight, so we're having a little bit of dinner while we stream. Gonna blow something up. I'm interested to see this. Whatever he hits, we're just gonna use Al Said to protect. So we're going to sack this to give this pro green. We should have just definitely gave that pro black. I'm retarded. And I guess it's not super relevant. Yep. Realizing that he has to win the game here. He attacks for 6. Nothing we can do about it. A Griff Spoon would be nice. Hateful Eidolon's not bad. We're going to shove in here. He's going to hop in front with a Knight of Autumn. Yep. Take 5. We play Hateful Eidolon, which gives us 2 blockers. He has to have 2 removal spells here to beat us this turn. Or I guess a sweeper would do it. Okay. Destroy our Hateful Eidolon. Okay. Might as well start eating cards. I don't really know what value that brings or doesn't bring, but... So we get to attack here, and if he blocks, we get the Chimetra's Blessing, and if he doesn't block, we just win. It's also good that we got that off the field when we did, because him getting that land there would have gained him 4 life. So am I just dead? Is he just gonna hit me? He hits me and then attacks me. Okay, miss lethal. Cool. We take those. Now I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what we could draw. If there's anything we could draw. I mean, you've got to attack here, man. I would attack here. Really? Yeah, I was like, I don't understand why you don't attack here. Like, even Ethereal Armor just adds 2 to the board. Like, you're not dead to that. I don't think there's anything that wins us the game here, yeah. I mean, to be fair, we should have been dead a few turns ago, but... So, do we want Hushbringers? Feels like a lot of 2-drops. Maybe Vigilance isn't super important. Let's try it like that and see what happens. Yep. Picluris will be on the play. This hand's really good. We'll keep this. We're going to lead on Al Said, and the next turn we'll Thoughtseize and see what they're working with. Our opponent kept 7, so that's not very good for us, but... Okay. Thoughtseize you. Interesting. Hopefully they don't punish us by drawing a 3-drop here or something like that. Or a 2-drop that they can play. I guess a Fatal Push would also have been bad. We're going to attack for 3 and then play a 3/3 Stone Coil Serpent. Say go. Hopefully our opponent just kind of bricks here. I mean, it's honestly kind of what we need. Plays Rootbound Crag. Waiting for our opponent to pay cost. So, they don't have white. They can't play Deafening Clarion. Oath of Kaya. Hit our Alcide. Okay. And then if we hit a land next turn, we can we can play Luris, play Ethereal Armor or Alcide, and then hold up Kametra's Blessing. So hopefully we draw an untapped land here. Be pretty good for us. Played the Mountain. Fatal Push is not very good for us. That's okay. I put Yorion in their hand. Now we get to hold up Kymetra's Blessing for whatever they do, and then the following turn we get to have Luris into Ethereal Armor, which feels pretty solid. The Fatal Push was kind of rough there. There's not much I can do about it, though. Playing their 4-drop here. So now we get to play Alcide and hold it up to protect something, which is really good here, especially against the fight mechanic. Because their fight mechanic is basically how they depend on gaining life. I'm pretty sure you can stop them from gaining life. Hey, what's up, Andrew? How are you, man? Well, Could not have been a worse draw for us. I mean, I guess they get to exile all cards. Goody. Almost got Death and Taxes and Legacy built. That's awesome, dude. So this game's like hard over. Missing Moms and 2 Karagas that are coming in the mail. Hey, that's awesome, man. I really like Death and Taxes. Death and Taxes is a lot of fun. Interesting. So I guess it's safe to run one out now, knowing that we have another one in our hand. Yorion Fabled Passage Unknown in their hand, so this game's not looking great. That Shadow's Verdict was kind of backbreaking. Be pretty surprised if we got out of this one. For winning a case of the first set, decided to lure the tourney to, ended up selling my collection and winning the case. Left with 4 grand. Wow, that's insane, dude. That's awesome. That's really cool. Oh god, excuse me. It's a lot of money over playing Digimon. So, oh man, I know, right? Yeah, man, that's wild. I mean, it's really cool. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, but that's wild. All right, here's where we have a glimmer of hope to get back into this game. Ended up buying into the game. It's the circle of life. Lol, that's the truth, man. So I mean, we kind of just need to hit like auras in some fashion. Like it's tough to win the game without them. He draws a removal spell here. The game is over. It's like I know you have a Fabled Passage in your hand. 2 unknown cards. I don't know what our opponent's up to. I think they're just trying to end the game here. But maybe they're figuring they can win the race. Sylvan Caryatid. Alright. Alright, we need to draw an aura here, please. That is indeed an aura. Would settle for like, I mean, Ghost Spoon is pretty good here. We don't get to draw a card off this, but we do get to attack for 8. One of which can block on defense. If they brick here and we hit like a, I don't really know what we're looking to hit here, but alright, them hitting that land is good for us. They've bricked pretty hard on the old lands, so Didn't have a flying blocker, we could just start getting in, but we're gonna leave up the mana here just in case they think we have something. Like Ethereal Armor or All That Glitters would be a great draw. How did this board happen? You had one creature, I blinked, and you have all this. I played a Saram, drew a couple cards, and he's been blanking on lands like over and over again, man. So it just keeps working out. I mean, we're in the middle of this top deck war right now, like, so, I mean, like, it's very possible that, like, I just kind of lose on the spot here. Drawing Stone Cold Serpent was pretty good right there. All right. All right. That's a pretty good card. I forgot about the Grafdigger's Cage dog. It is a dog, right? Yeah. The old Grafdigger's Cage dog. I mean, we're going to attack for 6 here because even with him blocking over 3 turns, yeah, he gets to bring to light and get Extinction Event. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. Like, he already played Shadow's Verdict earlier. Like, there's nothing we can really do about stuff like that. Like, we just kind of either have it or we don't. Can't cast spells from graveyards. Attack with Stone Coil. So, like, the good play is to attack with Stone Coil here, and I'm considering attacking in the air. It seems kind of aggressive, but I think we attack with Stone Coil, and then next turn we can. So he goes to 5 here. He can go back to 8 if he needs to. And then we can kind of just swing out in the air if he just kind of bricks one more turn here, which is insanely like greedy for me to ask because he's already bricked like 12 times. Ugh, man, that's tough. That's a tough scene. We're just gonna start. I don't think it's relevant in any way that we do this kind of stuff, but yep, womp womp. He can't attack with the dog. Well, I guess he could attack with the dog. He probably should have attacked with the dog there, now that I'm thinking about it, but... Alright, big draw step. Wasn't exactly what I had in mind, but... I hate to just sit here, because the longer we sit here, like, the more chances he gets at drawing something. I guess we're just gonna say go. I don't want to, like, run out all my creatures into, like, another sweeper. Like, I'd really like to just kind of, like, leave them up here and see what happens. I don't know. I mean, this is tough because we're, like, one sweeper away. Think about the attack next turn. Yeah. Yep, cycling is another draw. I mean, we're one sweeper away from this game being over. Growth Spiral is also another draw. Okay? I mean, he definitely could have had better draws, so we're not going to complain. I'm not going to take the time to exile his graveyard. Man, deck! Just a fucking aura. Like, just once. It's, like, impossible. Like, the longer we let him sit here and draw, like, the higher chance he has of winning the game, but it's like, how have we had, like, 7 draw steps and not drawn an aura? Like, a single one. It's kind of a tough scene, as it were. I mean, we just can't attack here. Like, the pro black, like, does nothing because of Sylvan Caryatid, but... Okay. Like, Uro cantrips, hopefully they, like, I mean, like, and this is the problem with, like, now Uro, any card is good. Like, a land is for life. Alright. Deck! Oh my god! 34 cards, and we've seen 3 Cerams. I'm sorry, we've seen all 4 Cerams. Like, we've seen what? 6 enchantments of like 20? Like, statistically, this is extremely unlikely. I don't know. I guess we'll go ahead and run this out. Like, we can't really just start attacking because, like, first strike is what's keeping him at bay right now, so... Oh, we're paying cost to do something. Okay. This has been an extremely long game, and I hate games like this. Like, it shouldn't be that long. Let's go. Hey, what's up, Frankie? Man. Alright, that sucks. Really, really sucks. Like, we return this to the battlefield. That's good for us. We get to use our mana now. I mean, yeah, we get to use some of our mana. Like, we can't cast the Sentinel's Eyes. Like, if we could cast the Sentinel's Eyes, we'd be, like, the game would be over here. I think we're going to go ahead and run this out here. Like, do we sack this to put them to 1 here? It just doesn't seem worth to me. Yeah, I think we're just going to keep holding out here. Like, again, we're at the point where, like, any aura wins the game here. And I just don't think sacking our protection on the field to have a 1/1 is, or like to put them to 1 is worth. Okay. The auras will fall. Yeah, let's hope. Bye, Vigilance Token. No mono red today, huh? Yeah. The ManaTraders this series is back, Frankie, and we're playing another aggro deck. It's called White Black Auras. Played a little bit of mono red last night, actually. Yeah, bro, you got it. We're at 11. Come on, deck. Come on, one time. Woo! We're not gonna give this protection from white. Because that would have been really bad. Hi and good luck. Yes, we'll go first. Yes, we'll show you Luris. Our opponent has no companion. So some greedy part of me really after Uro got banned, format seems stale to me. I like the Lotus Field deck, but the deck is kind of boring to play. I'm actually super stoked that they got rid of Uro. I don't think we can keep this if they have any removal, the game's over. I think this is a lot better. Keep this, put this back. Kind of a random tidbit, but like it's also like Stone Coil is randomly really good on turn 1 because it protects against multicolored, like, which I'm a big fan of. Now, okay. We're just going to start attacking here. I imagine our opponent has Reckless Rage, but we're really hoping that they don't. It's understandable. Uro wasn't bad in this format. Uro felt like it was bad in every other format. I'm going to be honest, man. Like, I hated Uro in every format. Like, it just didn't matter. Like, I hated it. Like, there was nothing enjoyable about playing against Uro to me. Yep. We either draw a land here or the game's over, so more than likely anyway. Like, there's a good chance the game's over anyway, but yep. The good news is that we get Fatal Push and some other sweet things in this matchup, so yep. Oh, Titan Strength is really good there. This is a lot of damage. Boros Charm, double strike it. Boros Charm, double strike it. Do it to me. Do it to me. Oh, yeah. 14, 17. Hey, we're dead. That was fun. All right. So, we get Fatal Push. They're not playing Luris, so they're not playing that version. I honestly feel like some number of Thoughtseize here is worth. We don't care about Pro Black. Creatures coming into play or dying doesn't really matter. Light of Hope doesn't really do anything. I do feel like we want Thoughtseize though. Pro Multicolored is garbage in this matchup. Flying seems pretty good. Vigilance also seems pretty good. Honestly, all of it does. We'll cut a Grip Spoon. We'll cut a Selfless Savior, and we'll cut a Sentinel's Eyes. Just kind of trim the numbers. Like, Stonecoil Serpent does nothing for us in this matchup, so our opponent's going to bring in some, like, Wild Slash or, like, you know, like Fiery Impulse effects. Deflecting Palm if they're playing it. Not likely, but possible. This hand's really good. We're going to keep this. Our opponent mulligans, which is pretty good here. If we do manage to win this one, the tough one's going to be the third game because winning the like feather, like heroic style decks do really well when they're on the play. It's just really hard to get under them. Favorite hoplite? Okay. We'll go ahead and run out all that glitters and attack this turn. And the next turn we have Saram into Cartouche. So that we're A, getting to draw a card off the top immediately, and we're also giving ourselves a chance. My only 5-0 in Pioneer was with Burn. Are you proud of me? I mean, mean, I'm not gonna lie. The burn deck is sweet in Pioneer. Like, I don't hate on it. Like, it's a good deck. It's just not the, I don't know. Like, it just feels weird to me. So I must have something here. Like, he's got to have something. Definitely shouldn't have put the Hoplite first. That was just kind of dumb. Um, and unfortunately, I like just wasn't thinking. So, but it's all right. We got plenty of creatures on the field, plenty of things to do. I'm not super worried about it. It feels like modern standard mono red. Yeah, I mean honestly, like that's kind of the truth. Draw a card here. Draw another card here. Make another guy to block with. We get to swing in for 10 here. Vigilance is also really good. I'm kind of surprised Blessed Alliance isn't being played at all. I mean, you know, now that you're saying that, I honestly, like, I'm kind of surprised with you. Blessed Alliance is a sweet card, and, like, it's really good. Like, it has, like, a lot of, like, utility and value. Like, it's really good card. Yeah, destroy Ethereal Armor. Okay. I guess is that so you can Reckless Rage, then Reckless Rage our stuff, or... Yep. So our opponent's just kind of curved into the nuts here 2 games in a row. There's not much we can do about it. Hopefully they're dumb enough to swing out. So if they swing out there, we can probably get a little bit lucky, but he's going to get it back, and at the end of the turn, Reckless Rage. Alright, I'm going to be honest, I don't really know. You ever played that Feather deck? Yeah, dude, I played Feathered when Pioneer came out a lot. I really like it. I'm a really big fan. Take Titan Strength. Don't really care about Dreadhorde Arcanist. Take Lurrus, then we can play Lurrus, and we can play Ethereal Armor, and we can play all that glitters. I think you might like it. Yeah, I mean, I like the Feather deck a lot. Like, it's very, like, spells oriented. Like, it's a sweet deck. Like, it's a lot of math. Like, I really like the deck. I've just, like, I don't know, I just haven't played it lately. But the Feather deck's sweet. I like it a lot. Like, Feather is a card that I played in Standard. I, like, played it a lot in Pioneer. Like, the card's really good. Yep. The good news is that they can't use their Reckless Rage here. So, so honey, if you stay. Yep, alright. Cool, so we were just going to sack and give protection to, whatever. Alright, dude, what is up with my Wi-Fi tonight? My Wi-Fi is, like, just, like, done with itself, I guess? I don't really know what's going on. Anyway. Again, Stone Coil's not great. Selfless Savior might be something to consider. It'll be tough with Soul Scar Mage to really think that it's worth it. Hateful Eidolon's good. I'm questioning if Thoughtseize is worth on the draw. I think being able to take their stuff is really good. I think we might only want 3 though. Actually, let's just keep in 2 and let's bring in. You know what we should bring in? Bring in Hushbringers, honestly. Maybe we'll just rely on Fatal Push being good enough for us, and then we'll bring in Sentinel's Eyes. Yeah, let's try it like this. I think just having a lifelinker here is gonna be pretty good, especially a flying lifelinker. So, all right, Mumunder, you're not playing 8 racks, so you're probably gonna go first. And if you don't, I have a lot of questions. All right, our opponent is in the tank about whether to go first or not. I'm kidding. Obviously, our opponent's like, I don't know, like lagging or not there or something weird. All right. We'll choose Luris. Double Godless Shrine is not great, but I do like our hand, so we're gonna keep. Hope we draw into like a Fatal Push or something here. Hoplight's good. We're gonna play our Hateful Eidolon. Soulscar Mage. Say go. Okay. Okay, the fact that he didn't have anything to do there is kind of weird, like not a Gird for battle, not an anything. It makes me feel pretty good about our position. Sure. Light of Hope, our Hateful Eidolon. Okay. I didn't know people still played Fry. Like, honestly. They're almost out of cards, and we still have 2 creatures, so... And next turn, we have All That Glitters, Sentinel's Eyes, or we have double All That Glitters, depending on what we draw, so... Hopefully our opponent's out of gas here. Alright. I mean... your hand is ouchies. Yeah, I was like, we had to take quite a bit of damage, but I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel like the game's over here. I don't really know what our opponent could have. I don't know what they could have here, but we're just playing it super safe. Yep. Alright, cool. Our opponent just had nothing. When they didn't have anything on turn 2, we played against them in a Modern League last night. I think we lost. Don't really remember, if I'm being honest. Hopefully we get to extract our revenge right here. Our opponent also shows Luris. Our hand's really good. We're going to keep this. Oh, our opponent's playing Burn. No, our opponent's playing Featherless Feather. Why is everybody playing this deck? We're going to run out Al Said, and then next turn we'll run out Hateful Eidolon Selfless Savior. Ooh, Needlebird's Pathway. I always feel like that's always played on the white side. I'm interested to see it on that side. Plus, us having the Saram here is really good because it allows us to play Saram and then have Ethereal Armor. Blessed Alliance looking really good for the wins we need to qualify. Yeah, like honestly, maybe there's a spot for Blessed Alliance in the sideboard. I don't know what we cut for it, but I would be open to trying some number of copies of it in the sideboard. Like I'm not like opposed to that. Ryle, huh? Okay. Interesting. Gains trample until end of turn. Okay. So scry and a cantrip here? Okay. Alright. I don't know what I like this. I've never played that card in Feather. I mean I know they're not playing Feather, they're technically playing like Featherless Feather, but Defiant Strike, okay. Scry, draw a card. Sure. We go to 10. Place a ROM. I feel like it's probably better to play it on the Hateful Eidolon here. Always yield. That's good. That's good. I should probably attack with this, but I'm not going to because just in case I need to block and sack. I don't think that's where we'll end up being, but you never know, just in case. So our opponent goes to 12, we go to 15 here. We have some more card draw next turn, and we have protection on the field. It feels like we're in the driver's seat here. Also, I feel like if they had a removal spell, they would have played it. Okay. So their hand's kind of rough here if they're scrying to do this multiple times. That or they're trying to go for the win here. Puts one card on the bottom. Puts a card on the bottom twice. Okay. Ooh, we got a little bit of upkeep scrying going on here. I mean, it's possible that they have, like, Boros Charm God's Willing here to win the game. I think I'm actually willing to let this die because this doesn't feel like how we're going to win the game. So, I'm actually okay with just letting that die. Curve for Battle is pretty good. Yeah. Man, that's the one thing I really like about this Feather deck is that you just get to see so many cards. There's just so much value in the deck. Like, you just get to scry so much. You let one soldier die, the whole army fails. Listen, man. It was either the dog or Saram. Somebody was dying either way there. So he's going to shove with everything. We're going to hop in front here. I don't know that they have anything here, but we're going to do it just in case. See, and we draw another Saram. It just worked out. So we get to attack for 9 here and go back to 20, and then we have 3 blockers. So, I mean, he has to have, like, it has to be God's Willing and Boros Charm here, and we're dead to that. Of course, I guess he can't actually do that now, because he's going to give it Pro White, and then he can't Boros Charm it. So, never mind. We don't even lose to that. Pro White. Like, double Titan Strength is 8, which is 17. Is Titan Strength Boros Charm enough to kill us if he has land in that? Well, I guess he doesn't. He only has 2 cards, so he can't actually have that, but yeah. So, yeah, I don't think we can lose here. Yep, Pro White. Have you qualified yet? No, this is just the 3rd game. Sadly, we have not qualified yet. That's definitely lethal. We're gonna just keep slapping stuff on here. Like, this is like, he's super dead, but like, no, this is our 3rd game. We're 2-0 so far, and it feels pretty good where we're sitting at, but we have not qualified yet. We got to be 7-3, so Stone Coils are bad, so we need a couple more. They play Soulscar Mage, like, there's no doubt about it, so Selfless Savior doesn't seem great, and I guess we can cut a Chimetra's Blessing and just leave everything else in there that way and try it. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. Let's run that and see what happens. Sorry, texting my mom. Alright, show Luris. Nope, we don't want that. Yeah, we can't keep this hand. Our opponent also mulligans. Makes me feel a little bit better. I think this hand's okay. We'll keep this and put the blessing back. No, we're gonna keep this and put an Al-Said back. Tell your mom I said hi. Okay, I will. You know, it's funny. Normally that's like terribly insulting, but you know, it's not. Drawing another Chimetra's Blessing was immediate punishment here. I think we're gonna save the Fatal Push in case he has the 2-drop 10th District Legionnaire here. We'd like to be able to Fatal Push that one, or a Dreadhorde Arcanist. Okay. We're actually just gonna play Al-Said and hold up Chimetra's Blessing here. I'm willing to bet he has another removal spell of some kind. Defiant Strike is fine. I mean, I guess we could have Fatal Push in response to let him keep from drawing a card there, but it's okay. We'll take one more hit here. I'd rather hold up for our last creature. Because if we fatal push there and then he just has another threat, we're just dead, like, and we lose our creature, it's pretty rough for us. Let's go for it. Let's put you to the test, see if you got it. He does have it, okay. So we're going to 8 here. Puts a card on top of their library. We're going to attack for 1 and hold up Chimera's Blessing. We'd rather have protection for our next creature. He's going to attack for 3 here. Put us to 5. See, I really like this play because now we get to slap on Sentinel's Eyes, attack for 2, and then we get to hold up Chimera's Blessing to block with. So it feels like we're in a pretty good spot right here. Plus, he's only got 2 cards left in hand, so I'm drafting on MTG Arena and I got a Dream Trawler. Ugh, dude, Dream Trawler and Theros drafted like in any kind of limited environment, and Theros is insane. The card's a house. I mean, his last card in his hand has to be like a removal spell or something. So we know he doesn't really have a land. So we're just getting to chip in and start gaining 3 every turn here, and then we're also just going to get the block basically for free because of Chimera's Blessing. So it feels like we're in a pretty good spot. And if nothing else, we can always just put Luris into our hand and start going down that road. Lifelink is so good in these like damage-based creature matchups, or even if they're playing burn and need like a spell or something, they're gonna put Luris into their hand. Okay. Yep. Luris is pretty good. Hopefully we draw an untapped land here. Or honestly, I'd settle for like an Ethereal Armor or all that glitters is basically one and the same. This is actually just lethal, right? Because he can't block 9. Yeah, okay, cool. Thanks for playing. Haha, we got revenge from last night. We're on the draw, which isn't great, but that's okay. Hi and good luck, opponent. We're going to show Luris. Our hand's pretty good. I mean, our hand's pretty creature heavy, but it's pretty solid. Our opponent mulligans. We're definitely going to keep this. The question is, do you guys think we lead on Stone Coil or Hateful Eidolon? What are you guys thinking here? I generally like to save Stone Coil for later when it has more mana, like when we can like dump more mana into it. But I really like, I don't know, like I like the idea of being able to draw more cards with the Hateful Eidolon. Do you guys have a preference? What do you think we should do? The Stone Coil or the Eidolon on turn 1? Ketria Triome. Okay, it's not very good for us. Them playing Ketria Triumph means we're definitely leading on Stone Coil here. It's just too good not to take here. And Ithaca Triumph or whatever it's called. So we're gonna attack for 1 here. We're gonna play this. We're gonna go ahead and run out our Hateful Eidolon, and we're gonna say go and see what we get here. Hopefully we don't get Deafening Clarion. I mean, if we do, oh well. Like, there's not much we can do about it, but... Ooh, Sylvan carried it. Okay. I'm okay with that one. Plays another land. We're gonna shock. We're gonna play Saram. And... we're gonna cast Sentinel's Eyes. Always yield. Draw land. We're gonna chip in here. We have Sentinel's Eyes to draw some more cards, and we have a Stone Coil that we can get pretty big later. The Stone Coils are going to be really good in this matchup. Pro multicolored is insane in matchups like this. I don't even know what our opponent's playing. I can only assume it's like Niv or something like that. Some like super sick greedy part of me wishes that they would give us Blood Moon. Oh, excuse me. For me to play, like, honestly, just because like decks like this can't exist in a Blood Moon format. Like, you just, it's so bad. I mean, he's got all walks of life here of colors. It's like, I don't know what he gets here. Running a Niv out here. Smells like a Niv. Oh, Bring to Light. Bring to Light for Shadow's Verdict. Make me cry. Shadow's Verdict. I mean, honestly, if it's anything else, yeah, I was like, if it's anything else, I'd be extremely, like, surprised here. We're gonna put a 3/3 onto the board here and say go, and hope it's good enough. We can probably race, like, we can beat anything from here, like, I think they only play, like, 1 or 2 in the main, so we can beat anything but Fatal Push here the rest of the way. We're gonna attack for 4. We're gonna play our land tapped, and we're gonna put Luris into our hand here. They've only got 3 cards in their hand, and we know they're all gas, so... we're not really sure what we're, like, hoping for here. Like, what's good, what's bad for us kind of thing. Like, obviously bad things for us include, like, any kind of verdict effect, so any kind of wrath. Niv Mizzet. Alright, so he gets any 2 color card combinations. Alright. Protection for multicolored is good. We're going to punch him for 4 here. Which means we know he has all this stuff, but he doesn't have... And we're holding up Luris because we can use we're leaving Luris in our hand because Al Said will protect one of our creatures, as long as this isn't like some kind of like crazy blowout or something. The only thing that we really can't beat here is another Shadows Verdict. Like Supreme Verdict is really bad. Like Deafening Clarion we can beat. There are honestly a lot of cards that we can beat here. Yep. Thoughtseize is really good on the side. Okay, so we know he no longer has that Bring to Light. Hour of Devastation. So we're going to give this protection from red. I think this works the way that we want it to. Hang on. So if I put this onto the field, it's 5, and then I adds 4 for 9, so it's exactly lethal. Pretty sure I counted right. For exactly 9. Let's do it. Alright, we win the first one, which is really good because we need anything we can get here. Alright. Thoughtseize is a house. Apostle is really good here. Okay. Things that seem extra medium. Um, 2 more cards here. Pro multicolored's so good, we have to have it. Got a Hateful Eidolon. Yeah, I guess let's try it like this. I know this is like in no way even remotely like reminiscent of how we sideboarded last time, but that's actually one thing that I really enjoy about the way that I play Magic is that I sideboard differently almost every time. Like I kind of just like think like, oh, what's feeling good this time around? I've only ever used like a sideboard guide and like said like these cards are coming out indefinitely every time, a few times, and every time I've done it, I've done really poorly. So I actually had a sideboard guide one time that I wrote on the back of a deck list as a joke, and on the back of it I just wrote draw more lightning bolts, and I put it in my deck box, and in between rounds I would like pull it out and like I'd lay it on the table, and like I'd be flipping through my sideboard looking, and I'd be like looking at the paper, and then like a couple people thought I was a dick, but you know most everybody thought it was pretty funny because you know like I'm playing burn at like tournaments, you know it's just goofy and it's funny. Next weekend, so this weekend we're doing the house sitting thing. To do that for sure. Let me get back to you when I know more. Ah, come on, phone. About next weekend. Okay, cool. All right. All right, let's show Luris. We don't have any. We don't have any black lands. We don't have any sideboard cards, but our hand is really good, so we're gonna keep this. And hopefully our opponent's hand isn't just like removal spell, removal spell, removal spell. Even though it more than likely is because it's what their deck plays. Plays removal spells and freaking Niv Mizzet. So hopefully we draw a black source right here, because if we do, we can Thoughtseize them, and then we can run out our cartouche here, which feels pretty good. Black source? No? Okay. Let's see if this gets killed. There's a lot of hesitation here. Fatal push. Yep. I don't think it was like right to play this Rom there. Just feels like not very good value. We really like to draw a land here. So I say we thought seize here and see what they're doing. I really like the idea of like knowing what's up. So so this is kind of awkward here. I think we're going to take Bring to Light here and say go. Because if they want to play their Omnath, they're forced to tap out here. And if they do, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with him tapping out for Omnath here, just because I know Omnath generates a lot of like value, and I know that Omnath generates just like it's just like raw life and card advantage. But I really think that having the opportunity to draw some cards if they tap out is really worth here. So they're gonna take this chance here, and I mean, rightfully so. Like, oh, they don't have a white source. Play Valky? Okay. That sucks. Take our Saram. I mean, Fatal Push Valky, like, it's kind of like, 6 and 1, half dozen the other kind of thing. So, we need to draw something pretty good here. I think they shocked in thinking they could just run out their Omnath, but realized they didn't have a white source there, so if nothing else here, we can just put Luris into our hand. Yeah, we're just going to put Luris into our hand and say go. And the last 3 cards are Omnath, Fatal Push, Fabled Passage. So they have to fetch if they want to play their Omnath first. I don't even know if the deck plays basic planes. Sure, man. You can have a Saram. Yep. Yep, they'll probably run Omnath out and then hold up Fatal Push here. Which is funny because they can't actually Fatal Push anything. We're going to take the value off of Luris and cast our Cartouche of Solidarity here. Make an extra body. And plus we have a 4-3 with First Strike here that just kind of blocks really well, so... we can still have a pretty, solid game here. It doesn't have to be, like, anything crazy. Alright, Dreadbore's pretty good. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of ways for us to play around this Fatal Push here. Like, the Fatal Push is just going to kind of wear us out. Yeah, unknown Fatal Push. Yeah, we'll take 6, go to 10 here. So, again, we're just going to say go here. We're going to protect and hope it's enough here. Hopefully they don't have 2 cards in there. Hopefully they don't have 2 things. We should have attacked for 1 there. I just wasn't paying attention. gonna be honest, the fact that we're 3-0 in this league is kind of amazing because I have been like playing kind of rough. Like I've just kind of been like all around the place. Like making like some stream like I can tell that I'm like playing on autopilot. Like I'm not like thinking about all like the calculated edges I could have. Fatal push, 2 unknowns in hand. This feels like a Niv Mizzet or a Bring to Light, maybe. It's got to be something like that. Bring to Light with 4 colors means they're getting a 4-drop. White, green, black, blue, red. Like I immediately found 5 colors, but okay. I don't know what they're getting off 4 colors here. Come on, opponent. Pick something. Colligan's Command? Okay. So their play here is obviously to K-command something. They're going to K-command to make us discard, and then they're going to play the Fatal Push. And this doesn't seem like a great spot for us, I won't lie. Target player discards a card. So we're gonna do the line here. They're gonna Fatal Push in response, which is fine. Yep. We're gonna discard the Sentinel's Eyes. We're gonna take 6 and go to 4 here. This feels like a pretty rough spot for us. So we get to attack for 4 here. We don't know what their last card is. And then we get to play Apostle. And if they attack, well, I guess we don't get... I don't know how that works with the Saram. If we get it back or not. If we still get our creature back or not. Because it's not technically Saram anymore, or it's not technically Valky anymore. This also smells like a Bring Delight. This is Niv, okay. Okay, so they get Cloythus, Dreadbore, that bottom. Okay. So they're gonna shock, gain 4 life, and then they're gonna Dreadbore the shit out of our 1/1. Yep. And we're forced to block here. Yeah, we're just gonna concede here. Well, whatever. Let's take one more. Nah. Oh, no. Okay. All right. So we lost game 2. That's okay though. So Apostle's still great. Thanks. I don't understand what our opponent is thanking us for. Maybe they're just trying to be sarcastic douche. It's very possible. It feels like Selfless Savior is like actually just better than Blessing. Um, all right. So we're on the play here. Show Luris. Our hand has no lands. It's unplayable. So our opponent keeps 7. I think we have to keep this and put Apostle on the bottom and hope we draw well. This is a tough situation. We'd really like to draw a land here. Land, please. It's not great, but it's okay. We get to chip in for 3 and go to 23 here. We really have like 1 to 2 turns here to draw a land, or we're probably just dead. So Sylvan Caryatid. So we're gonna attack for 3 again. I think we're going to run out of Saram here, actually, and just try to draw some cards. They want to play a removal spell, they're going to have to play a removal spell here. Hopefully, I don't think they're running Deafening Clarion, but if they are, we're just going to cry. Like, I think we scooped a Clarion on the spot. I mean, I'm obviously not going to concede, but the game is probably over in some fashion. Dreadbore's fine. Let's just try to get in there. He's going to have to block here. That or go to 1. I mean, if you want to go to 1, then go to 1. Like, not a big fan of loading up a 1 creature like this, but loading up a 1 creature generally ends pretty poorly. Yep, like I said. Take our Apostle. Alright, our opponents had a really good curve here, honestly. Like, our opponents had a better curve here than, like, I mean, they had Caryatid on 2, Dreadbore and Caryatid on 3, and then they had Valky and Abrupt Decay on turn 4, into turn 5 Niv Mizzet. Yeah, our opponent's draw doesn't get any better than this. No, no, no. So they have Abrupt Decay, Oath of Kaya, and an Unknown in their hand. We take 2 here. We were really hoping to draw a land there. Abrupt Decay, Oath of Kaya. I think we're winning the race here with 3 before they're winning the race with 8. Technically, I think we're not actually, but our other cards should allow us to stay ahead here. Smells like a... Alright, that's interesting. Run out Luris. Slap an ethereal armor on this. Yep, let's just serve up 4. They're forced to block with Valky or the carry added here, so. And we know they have Abrupt Decay and Oath of Kai in their hand. Hopefully we draw like an All That Glitters or Ethereal Armor. You know, actually Grifspoon would be really good here. Oath of Kaya, the Luris. Yep. Go to 13. Serving it up with everybody, huh? Okay, alright. And then you're going to Abrupt Decay my Ethereal Armor. Abrupt Decay Unknown. Drawing a 5th land here is really bad. It feels like we've lost this game here. We didn't draw like any sideboard cards this game. Run out the Abrupt Decay. Give that protection from black. Yep, he has a card we don't know about in his hand. He's at 13. We're slowly just losing this race here. Blood Baron of Vizkopa. Card's really good. We're at 9. I mean, if we're not attacking, we're just losing because our opponent's just hitting us like every turn. Like, this is Bring to Light. Yeah, alright. Sentinel's Eyes would have been good.